Hey, good afternoon. How y'all doing? It's Well Red Beard. It is a damn fine day to talk about a book. Yeah, it is. It is. Damn fine day. And today we are here for a book review, and we're going to talk about the classic In Cold Blood by Truman Capote. Capote. Actually, I don't know, but Truman Capote. Uh, I mean, this is a bucket list book for me. It's been on my list of books to read for a long, long time. I don't know why I got into it now. I try to do that. I try to talk about why I got into a particular book right now. But it was on my list. Picked up a copy of it as part of a lot on eBay. Got a pretty crappy, beat up copy of it, and I read it. So this came out to pretty high acclaim when it did. Capote was kind of like tagged with having created like a whole new style, like a true crime narrative nonfiction. And, I've also heard it referred to as like a nonfiction novel. I mean, this book reads like a novel, which in, just the context of that, the idea of that is how does it read like a novel? And I think there have been some questions about embellishment, maybe, right? Because some of the dialogue in here and some of the, information and situational things that, how could it be that detailed? How could, after the fact, we know about the dialogue between, for lack of a better way of putting it, people that were killed before the project was even started. So I don't know, but like I said, it does read like a novel. I'll get a little bit more into that. But let's do synopsis, and then we'll come back here. So first it says a remarkable, tensely exciting, moving, superbly written true account. It's the New York Times. On November 15th, 1959, in the small town of Holcomb, Kansas, four members of the Clutter family were savagely murdered by blast from a shotgun held a few inches from their faces. That's pretty descriptive, right? For a synopsis, that's pretty descriptive. So, four people murdered by blast from a shotgun held a few inches from their faces. There was no apparent motive for the crime, and there were almost no clues. As Truman Capote reconstructs the murder and the investigation that led to the capture, trial, and execution of the killers, he generates both mesmerizing suspense and astonishing empathy. In Cold Blood is a work that transcends its moment, yielding poignant insights into the nature of American violence. It goes on to say the best documentary account of an American crime ever written. The book chills the blood and exercises the intelligence. Harrowing, and that is the New York Review of Books. So, this was originally, Capote read an article about this murder, again, 1959, and proposed, he worked for the New Yorker, proposed writing a series of articles. He did it, and then a book was born from that. When he took on this project, when he went to Holcomb, Kansas, Harper Lee had just sent her final draft, her final whatever, of To Kill a Mockingbird to the publishers, and she had some free time on her hands, and she went with him as his assistant. They were childhood friends, and they maintained that friendship. I have heard from multiple sources that Truman Capote is Dill in To Kill a Mockingbird and whatnot. I don't claim to know the, I guess, correctness of that, but that's always been what I thought. So anyway, they were friends, and Harper Lee was his assistant, and she submitted like 150 pages of notes towards the completion of this book. She was her attention to detail, I guess, was documented as being better than his. I mean, just writing everything down in her notes, right? Like the color of the furniture, what TV shows on in the background when they're interviewing people, this and that. I mean, I also read, again, cannot speak to the authenticity of this, but that the townspeople of Holcomb, Kansas really took to Harper Lee while they were kind of standoffish with Capote. That Harper Lee kind of pulled them in, and a lot of doors were probably opened to Capote more because of Lee than Capote. I mean, I don't know. Again, just read it. Cannot really speak to the authenticity of it. So, yeah, it reads like a novel. It's about 4 family members being brutally killed. I mean, killers come in, tie them up in separate rooms, and then very, very close range gunshot blast. So, one at a time. And so we start with the premise that we meet this family. Like we know what's going on with this family. We know what the mom's been up to. The father's a farmer. We know who the daughter's dating and what she did this past weekend, and we know about the son. We meet these people at a level of detail, knowing that within, like, I think it said, like, within 5 years of where we're reading from, that 6 people would be dead, the 4 family members and the 2 murderers, because this book takes us all the way through to the execution. So, I mean, it's a great true crime novel, true crime book. I mean, I don't read a lot of true crime, but I mean, it's a great, enthralling, sprawling, true crime story. And there's a lot, because of Harper Lee's involvement. For me, there's a lot of extra mystique there to it, right? So I guess, though, while they're still working on this, that's when To Kill a Mockingbird came out and just took the literary world by storm. Won a Pulitzer, won a National Book Award, had a Oscar-winning film associated with it. So, and I guess that Capote was really, really jealous of that, and then was constantly fighting to keep up. And I guess because of that, like, there was just a lot of tension, and said that Lee, she kept helping him, but it just that the tension kept getting worse and worse. So she, along with others, is one of the people that have questioned some of the possible embellishments in this book, and so much to say that I'm reading from an article here on biography, but it said Lee criticized his willingness to alter facts and situations to fit his narrative. She would later describe Capote in a letter to a friend, noting, "I don't know if you understood this about him, but his compulsive lying was like this. If you said, 'Did you know JFK was shot?' he'd easily answer, 'Yes, I was driving the car he was riding in.'" So, take it for what it's worth. But it does read so smoothly, so novel-like, that you're like, wait a second, this is true crime, this is nonfiction. How did he know that? How did he know the? I mean, I get that someone he's interviewing after the fact is retelling how a conversation went with someone that is now dead, but you're like, yeah, that's too detailed, right? Anyway, so definitely had those thoughts, but enjoyed it. It's In Cold Blood by Truman Capote. It is a true crime classic, and it's just a classic altogether. And again, because of the Harper Lee, Truman Capote book triangle, friendship triangle, whatever you want to call it, it even has more mystique to it. So this has been Well Red Beard. I gave the book 4 stars. Enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you're enjoying all your books, all of them, as much as I am. If not, you're reading the wrong damn